Hi, this is Caroline, Annalisa, and Legie coming at you with Embrace Your Martian. Legie, tell us about what we're going to talk about today.
So today we're going to go over, and I'm going to read from this. This is actually just a test for us, but I'm going to read through our format and just our vision of what we want to do as far as a platform to broadcast some of the ideas, thoughts, and our feelings and opinions on topics ranging from we'd love to talk about policies that affect here in Austin, things like Code Next, local politics, folks that are running in the area. We're at election season. It's that time, so get out and vote, obviously.
Yes, today is actually the last day for you to get registered to vote, so get out and do it. It's important. We want you to be a part of local government.
Absolutely. And we all know what's going on at the federal level too. It's obviously gotten people pumped up and ready to vote. So every vote counts, guys. Get out there and vote. Other topics we plan on discussing in the future are local business, the polls that are going on. A lot of technology is moving into Austin, obviously, and has reshaped and changed not only the city.
Hello, the scooters.
Dude, scooters worth $4 billion right now.
Damn.
Yeah, on some scooters, man. So if you are,
shoot, we've got a lot to talk about. We're really excited to get into all these topics, but today we're gonna play a little fun game just so you guys can get to know us better. We're gonna do 21 questions, and in the future, we will just tell you all about our opinions on all of these topics because trust me, Legie and I have an opinion on everything.
That's right.
Get ready for it.
Yes. And so with that said, we'll start off, and we've gone to the internet to go get a list of questions that we felt were good for us to kind of get to know each other actually a little bit better, and
we want you all to get to know us too. So we're just gonna go through this together.
Cool. So right off the top of our head, man, I'll start with, who is your hero?
My hero. So first who comes to mind, Lady Bird Johnson. She was an activist, a community activist here in Austin. I don't know if you live in Austin, you've probably seen the Lady Bird Johnson Wildflower Center. There's buildings named after her at the university. You see Lady Bird. We've got Lady Bird Lake. She did a lot of really amazing things for the community. And I'm personally just really passionate about changing my city and being active and involved and doing things to physically better this awesome place that we live in and make it more enjoyable. And so that's why I really look up to Lady Bird Johnson a lot.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is your hero?
So my current hero is Bernie Sanders, man. We said we would get into this later, but it just goes to make it easy. I'm obviously a social democrat.
Sure.
That was formed. We had a discussion before this, but to inform the audience, there's an obvious distinction between populism that says one thing and does another, as opposed to listens to the audience itself, listens to us as citizens, and then takes that and crafts good policies based on that. That's what I see as the future for not only the United States, but I see a future that possibly has volunteer nation states that end up making us a one world government so that we can end things like war, so that we can really tackle things like poverty and issues that are affecting third world situations that are easily with the small stroke of a pen, policies that can change where funding goes so that people can live their best life. So I'm obviously a social democrat. Bernie Sanders and his form of populism, I think, are absolutely incredible for the country, and that's my current hero.
Well, hails yeah. And I was listening. I was just thinking about plugging the phone in, but it won't reach. So we'll just get through this pilot and hopefully we don't die in the middle of it. And if it does, we're just going to edit this out and y'all will never even know, right? All right, next question. I believe it is my turn.
Yes, ma'am.
If you could live anywhere, where could it be? It's kind of a loaded question because we're both really passionate about Austin, huh?
Yes.
But I'm going to go ahead and ask it.
Yes. So it took a lot for me to want to move to Austin, and I did a ton of research before I moved here. I was really looking for that next place that would offer kind of the magic of feeling like you were like a kid in a candy store where there was opportunity and entertainment and recreation and beautiful people, beautiful surroundings, a good place that was safe and had all of those things in its recipe. And I was reading before I ever got here. But at the same time, it is my dream, and a lot of my friends kind of know this if they know me, is that I do want to go make a home in Africa.
Okay.
And specifically, guys, there are 54 states, nation states, and outer territories in Africa. So I specifically would love to hit the west coast of Africa.
Okay.
So, yeah, that is my future. I believe that I would love to.
That's incredible.
Have a go-between between being here in the States, because business is the future for me. And
sure,
like,
me too.
Yeah.
I'm all about the business. If you guys follow any of my other videos, Caroline and Lisa, you know I'm the businesswoman. I'm the fairy godmother.
Yes.
You'll get to know me. I have a ridiculous personality. It's a lot of fun. Do I get to answer now where I would want to live?
Yes. So where would
I want to live?
Yes, I know that you're passionate about Austin as well.
So I love Austin. If you guys follow me on social media, you know that. I'm always like #ATX this and that. I love local business here. I love y'all. However, if I could live anywhere else, I would probably pick Sedona. Just because it's like such a like powerful, like magical vortex, and like I feel like
Brothers and sisters.
I feel like Austin is like kind of a mini little vortex, a little mini Sedona in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But I would love to just experience and like really be steeped in the Sedona culture, and like I've never even been there, y'all, but that's where I would pick to live.
Wow.
So.
Wow. So I just had this like life changing experience with one of my really good friends. I carry crystals around, guys.
We're big on the woo woos.
All the things. So Sedona was like life changer for me. And one of my really good friends, Stan High with your sexy man ass. My friend Stan is a wonderful clothing designer that ended up wanting to go get inspiration in Sedona, and we spent that time together. It was awesome. We got to go mountain.
That's incredible.
Went to Cathedral. Got to see the vortex actually manipulate my crystal in a picture. I will show you guys that later.
Ooh, yes. I'm so jealous.
Oh my gosh, Sedona is amazing. So that's incredible, and it does have, you do feel a little bit of that vibe here in Austin. There's a vibe.
I agree. Absolutely. Austin has a really interesting and powerful energy. It's exciting, like it's a little bit chaotic.
Yep.
Magical here. I love it.
Yes. So I'm gonna go in on the next. Yeah. So, what is your biggest fear?
So, as a principal, I honestly try to eliminate fear out of my life as much as possible. In fact, something I've been really learning about just in like my personal like meditation and stuff, and I've recently had like a lot of heavy tattoo work done. It's not comfortable. It's a tattoo, it hurts. Yeah. And I've learned to lean into it instead of running away. So like when you're getting a tattoo, your natural instinct, at least for me, is to be like, it hurts.
Sick,
but instead, thank you. You guys want to see my B tat? I don't know. It's kind of in a funny, like, low-key, but yeah.
Yes.
It's pretty fresh. I like it. I'll show y'all a picture if you guys want to see it. You can check out my Instagram. Anyway, so So, I realized during that experience that if you like lean in and like just look it in the face, like I like to look things that I would be afraid of in the face, like
Hashtag Sheryl Sandberg.
like just look
lean
lean into it, yeah, and like just look it in the face and you're like, really, like that's all you got, and then you really it just doesn't hurt as much. I don't know, so like. I would probably do that in situations I shouldn't.
Right.
But honestly, if I'm going to answer the question, failure is my biggest, honestly, my biggest fear. And that's the biggest one I fight. Trying to be successful and achieve my dreams is that fear can hold you back from even trying sometimes. And so that's why I gotta eliminate it. No fear, just go for your dreams, ask for what you want.
Yeah.
How about you? What's your biggest fear?
So, we said that we were gonna be edgy and controversial, but I don't feel like it's edgy and controversial because my biggest fear is American white fundamentalists that could just for no reason be like, your black skin is just offending my brain. I can't handle you being alive. That is my biggest fear, is somebody who has absolutely ridiculous notions on life and that would take my life without a second's notice because of them living in fear.
Definitely. I mean, as a woman, if I'm going to answer that question in a really real way, I'm afraid of, violence and then rape and things like that. And then, being treated unfairly and just being in scary situations that you can't control, as a woman or a black man, that's scary. That's legit. So we're getting legit with y'all.
Yeah, dude. So serious.
Let's go on. Changing it up a little bit.
Yeah.
What's your favorite family vacation?
Favorite family vacation? Man,
I think this question's lame. I'm going to just say
I do think this question's lame, but for the sake of fam, I love my grandmother.
That's sweet.
And her big thing in my family was actually to just take drives. She would take drives anywhere she'd go. One of my favorite family vacations was actually me taking my grandmother to a little alpine, it's high elevation area of the Sierra Mountains where only these very beautiful purple flowers grow. So
that's amazing.
Yeah,
we had an amazing
time.
That sounds so nice.
Yeah, I got 2 Bambinos that went with us and my little kids.
Oh,
great grandma. It was super.
So sweet. My favorite would probably be when I was 13. We went skiing in the Big Sky, Montana. My family went. The snow was great. Just great skiing and just really beautiful. I love being in environments where it's just so beautiful and wonderful that you just feel like you don't need much, you're good with a sandwich from the grocery store. If you know me, I'm kind of extra. I don't like that stuff. I'm I need to make my sauteed vegetables and blah 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 herbs and but when you're just there, just I don't know. It's you don't need all the fancy stuff because it's just so fancy. The nature's fancy, so I like it fancy. But I think that's my favorite, just because the skiing was incredible and it's beautiful. My family was totally chill. It was a good family vacation for sure.
It sounds awesome, man.
It was awesome, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. What would you change about yourself if you could?
I would be a better listener. I talk so much. That's why I'm here. Totally why I'm here, because I can talk about anything forever and ever and always, and I get so excited, and sometimes I talk over people, sometimes I interrupt. If I do that to you, I'm sorry. I'm just excited, and I do acknowledge that it is something rude, and I am
learning to dance.
I am learning. Yeah, I just, so I would stop interrupting people. I would listen better, and just quit being so obnoxious, basically. I'm pretty obnoxious, and it's a little bit of a part of my charm, but if I could reel that back just a little bit, I think I would change that. Yeah. How about you? What would you change about yourself?
I am somebody who has abandonment issues, man. I'm just gonna be so honest. I had my grandmother. My mom's alive, and I love my mom. We have a great relationship now. But I was abandoned by both my mom and dad, and my growing up was constantly just shifting, 11 schools like as a kid, and things shifted so much that when I finally was able to find some stability, when I got a great job and it afforded me to have a house and have a car plus credit and things like they give you that kind of typical American dream feel. Like,
sure.
That was like, that was my access to have some sense of stability, but the repercussions of having so many changes in my life, there are times, man, that I just like, I cut people off if I feel like you're not like pouring into my pot. It's a thing that I say all the time, and it's like,
so you'd quit burning bridges, or what would you change about yourself?
I would quit burning bridges, man, because I am quick to cut people off as soon as I feel like, and I'm not the Trumpian effect of like being like, you know, you're my enemy. I just have the walk away syndrome of like, oh, it's
the Irish
happen.
goodbye.
yeah.
I do that too. I used to do it really bad until like you know, like I matured a little bit and realized kind of like the value of relationships and keeping them alive. And I've had a lot of people hurt me throughout my life. So I'm always like kind of like a one strike you're out kind of person. And like I do the same thing, but I've learned to, instead of like completely cutting people out, and sometimes you should, by the way. I support anyway, we'll get into that later. But sometimes you should cut people out. But sometimes you should just maybe give them some space instead of like writing them off for the rest of your life.
For sure.
But let's move on. What makes you really angry, Legie?
Oh man,
about to get good. Get your popcorn.
What makes me more than let me just go walk away, breathe. This situation needs some sage right now.
Sage your ass.
Is people that throw stones and hide their hand.
Okay.
People that provoke a situation knowing that it's going to force an outcome, and not necessarily that this is always true. We can always choose to make a better decision. But say someone stabs you in your stomach and then throws the blade into the river and then is like, wow, I can't believe that everyone's paying attention to this person I just stabbed. Like, look at me, I've got a like crook in my neck. Like, you should massage this. Like, what's going on?
There's a lot of that going on right now, huh?
Yes. There's a ton of people who, it's demagoguery. It's people who know the situation. If you make a common mistake, that's fine. I don't mind. You know, if you step on my foot or something like that and I'm in the store, oh my God, you know, it's tight space. It's fine. Like, yeah. Excuse me, you know, but if you're somebody who like, you kick my leg out from underneath me and then you like, he started the situation, that's the kind of stuff that like is just blasphemously like, it makes me love cameras is all I'm gonna say.
I feel you on that for sure.
Yeah.
What makes me most angry?
Yeah, what is the ticking time bomb situation?
Gosh, you know, I wish I had an answer that wasn't so egotistical, but I hate to be underestimated, like, as a woman and as a blonde and as, like, you know, I know I'm, like, attractive, whatever, I'm hot, like, Kim K style, whatever. But, like,
girl, you got a man, girl.
Why not own it, you know? Like, why not just own it? But I feel, like, I just don't like it when men... You know what will really piss me off? If I'm at a restaurant with my husband and a man comes up to my husband and introduces himself and shakes his hand and doesn't acknowledge me. Like,
that's some absolutely old guard, old patriarchy kind of like weirdness amongst men.
Well, I just feel like it's incredibly rude.
It is.
Because I have a nice, sturdy, firm handshake as well.
Right.
And I'm there.
I felt that.
And I'm a person. Right. He knows my handshake. I've got a good one.
Here, dog. Goodness.
Oh, goodness Lord.
So, what motivates you to work hard?
Probably getting that ego. I love feeling, my crown. Like,
yes.
I love feeling a sense of achievement and like doing something and like establishing change. And, I'm working with like a local campaign right now and just like, showing up. Like, I'm motivated to show up for everyone else. Like for my colleagues who are showing up with me and like trying to enact change and better the community and serve, but also for like, to like put my politician hat on for like the people of Austin. Like I love this place. I love people. Like I love this city and I love our citizens. Y'all are like the nicest people I've ever met. You
Straight
like
up.
to like hang out, tribe vibes, like y'all deserve the best. So that really motivates me. You guys do. Other people just, we deserve it. We're wonderful. We're amazing. We're incredible human beings. We're like the universe, becoming aware of itself. Like we're all that kind of like incredible woven together, mysticism, all of that. That motivates me to work very hard to achieve my personal dreams, but also to help as many people achieve their dreams as well. That's why I call myself the fairy godmother, because there's so much opportunity in that, in like teaming up with someone that needs like, a little bit of business help. I'm a businesswoman. I'm into that.
Yeah.
So motivates me a lot.
Legit.
Yeah. How about you? What motivates you?
I was thinking about this, and luckily there's like how this works out as we get trained, so I get to think about the question. But I was thinking about it while you were answering a little bit, and I was still trying to pay attention to what you're saying.
That's okay. I understand.
But it's for me, it's
you can watch the video.
It's that
it's recorded.
It's working on the last mile part of the problem, and if you're familiar with like bridge building and the concept of it, it's always the toughest part of the job is connecting that bridge to the other side of the land where you didn't start on that side. You started on the other side and you did all your planning up front and all the people got used to working on that side. But when you finally get to the end, and this came from a reason that I ended up having to wait a month and a half to get my job at Intel. And I had just had my first son. And so it was rough and a nail biter, because I was at this like $12 an hour job that I was like waiting for that shot to really get into the big time of technology. I knew I had the skills. I knew I had the capability. I just needed to meet the right people. Yeah. And I did. And even when I did, it was still, these guys were traveling. They were a research and development team that was traveling between China and here in Austin, Texas. Wow. We're based out of Folsom, California. And so literally I just had to wait for their travel to be over, because they were working on a product at the time that was very important. It's out on the market still to this day, but I got in. But the getting in was literally like every day was just
so what motivates you is that pressure at the end of a project, like the finishing touches.
Yes, because I feel like and maybe this goes back to my abandonment issues, but it's because
it makes it real.
It makes it real. It makes when you're done with that bridge, people actually can get from one side to the other, and you have a whole different life. That's a whole paradigm shift that happens. So I'm excited about the last mile problem. Even though my process may look like I'm biting my nails, that's my favorite part of it.
That's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna double dip for you. Let's see what. I'm gonna skip number 10, or no, maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. 9, 8. We're on 8. What is your favorite thing about your career? And then the reason why I was talking about maybe skipping these questions is that Legie and I don't have very traditional careers, but maybe these are going to be interesting answers since we are so non-traditional.
I think this is great for the sake of content. So what she was alluding to, and I think that this is something that we can couch if we want to in editing, but we are entrepreneurs who have worked in all kinds of ways in our life. And I don't want to speak for my friend, but I would love to say for myself, I came out of a background in technology. I worked at Microsoft. I worked at Intel. I worked.
Yeah, I didn't do any of those things. I'm glad you.
I worked a bunch of odd jobs too. I worked at restaurants between those jobs. I worked in a promotional company that was throwing parties for DJ AM and people like Tiesto and.
That used to be my jam, man.
Dude, it was my jam.
Tiesto's still my jam. Like
dating
a little bit,
myself, but still, like, y'all remember what it was like. And you see cracking. Anyway, we've worked. I say that to just sum up and say that, like, we've worked all over the place, and I feel like from my personal experience in technology, entertainment, I come from Los Angeles. I was born and raised there. That I've been willing to do anything. I've been humbled after a divorce, man, where I was mopping the floors for a church and helping to do food giveaways. And I am in no way at this point a Christian, but that was where my heart was at the time, was like, and it still is. If I need to wash a dish.
You don't have to be a Christian to want to help people.
No.
Like, you really don't, you know?
Not at all.
So what would you say your favorite part about being an entrepreneur is?
Man, for me, there's power in talking to people that are living their dreams, or that even if you aren't. I've talked to entrepreneurs in that you eventually have to become a salesman and a marketer and your own person on video and your own spokesperson.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Yes,
I do the same thing.
Administration, man. It's attorneys, it's accountants, it's all these things.
But I mean, look at us now. We're basically like Regis and Kelly. I mean, look at us now.
but joking. No, I'm scared.
Yes. Well, no.
But seriously, no.
JK, total JK.
So
we'd love to be on your show, by the way.
Seriously.
We love you, Regis and Kelly.
Call me.
Yeah.
Love you.
Is that even a thing? Is Regis and Kelly still on?
Are you guys even?
We'll edit this out. It's like it might be. It's I don't even know.
Whoever's doing the current morning show that wants to have dedicated, loving.
We're a morning show.
Community.
Yeah. Are you a morning person?
I am. It depends, dude.
Yeah.
Like, so in the military, I was forced to be a morning person, right? 4:30 more in the morning for
that's still nighttime, in my opinion.
Yeah, like exactly.
I mean, like, that's unfair to be like, oh yeah, that's the morning. That's still nighttime.
Or when they start parties in Argentina and in France. So still though, like,
cheese.
Yeah. The mornings for me are just like, I am sluggish nowadays. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm like 9 in the morning. I'm still like, dry mouth. Yeah. I gotta go brush the teeth.
Yeah. So one of my favorite parts about being an entrepreneur is that I do make my own hours, and like, I actually am very much a morning person. I enjoy and I'm not currently in a great routine. I've been sick, so I've been letting myself sleep like pretty late in the day, like 9:30, 10 a.m. We have a live-in nanny, so like I'm blessed to be able to take care of myself. Nanny, yeah, Corey, you're making this podcast possible.
For real. No, she really is.
She really is. She's makes amazing. All of the things I get to do in the community possible because I need childcare. And I'm blessed enough that like my best friend since childhood has, she has an early childhood development degree. And so I'm just getting the best of the best, and like my best friend and like, my child is getting the best of the best. So anyway, I could talk about Corey all day. Yeah. Trust me, I love Corey.
She's a shero. She's
a shero. She's an American shero for sure.
Real American shero.
I want to sing that Leaf Greenwood song now. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free.
Mark.
I actually really love that song. It makes me tear up during the fireworks every year. I'll sing it for real someday. I love to sing. What kind of talents do you like to do? We're gonna go off script a little bit. Yeah. These questions are getting a little stale in my opinion.
Didn't even.
And we're gonna be here for about 10 more minutes. So listen up, y'all.
Listen up, peeps. So
here we go. We're getting real.
I love to sing. My favorite thing to sing in karaoke, man. If y'all are karaoke people,
I am a karaoke person.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. Under the Bridge, because I'm from Los Angeles. This
That
is my
actually
hometown
touches
song.
me a lot. That touches me a lot. I love the Red Hot Chili Peppers too. My little brother, who's passed, loved the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and he actually died of a heroin overdose. So that song like really touches me.
Sorry to hear that.
You know, that's okay. That's it. You know, I'm glad like he's not fighting his fight anymore. He's not struggling anymore. And when he passed, what really touched me was the amount of people that came to like me and my family to say that Brennan had touched their lives and helped them get sober. My brother was battling a heroin addiction for years, and he tried really hard. And I mean, it's a battle, but he helped so many other people, you know, fight their fight. And so I'm honored by him. But Under the Bridge touches my heart because it's about him doing heroin under the bridge, right? And saying like, I don't ever want to feel like I did that day. And it's a beautiful song, man. My go-to karaoke is not quite so deep. It's Toxic by Britney Spears. In the taste of your lips.
You know you love that song. Don't even act like you don't love that song.
Of course I love it. It's my karaoke
I obviously
too.
love Britney.
We all love it.
Leave Britney alone.
You're toxic, I'm slipping under. Poison paradise. I'm addicted to you. Don't you know that you're toxic?
You know you gotta do it. Put in the James Bond
You know you all
guitar.
just did that with us.
You did that.
I know you did that with us. Okay, let's see. We said we were going to improv, but now I'm like curious about what other questions are on here. What did you want to be when you were small, when you grew up? What was like your dream?
Dude, 3 things.
Okay.
And I knew them when I was like first memories and a crazy vivid memory of childhood. But they were 3 things in this order: Navy SEAL, a monk in the woods, and a engineer.
Nice.
And yeah, made one of those happen already. And
were you a SEAL?
No, I was not.
Oh, sorry.
I tried, and there was a bunch of politics around it that you had to pick your school, and I unfortunately took on a technical school that kind of disqualified me from trying the first time. Kind of sucked, but did the engineering and did a couple of pilgrimages. So
nice.
Working on the monk thing, but I think it's people have now crafted that into alchemy.
Alchemy is the word, bird, especially here in Austin. I hear a lot about alchemy. Very cool.
Yeah, so
I wanted to be like a pop star, Britney Spears. Like I wanted to be the singer.
Glitter all over.
Yes, big shows. Like I love to sing all kinds. Like I'm actually classically trained to sing opera, but I enjoy pop vocals a lot, and country is really fun for me. So that was the dream. I'm currently acting a lot though. I've actually just landed a lead role in an indie film. It's called Nellie Distracted. I will be playing Nellie. I have no idea how we distribute the film or how you're gonna see it, but hopefully we'll be submitting to a lot of festivals and you guys will get to see it. I'm excited. I'll share it.
I'm super excited about it.
I'm stoked about it, and I actually have an audition for another lead role in another indie film. So I'm excited. It's tomorrow. Hopefully it goes well. So I feel like that's sort of one of my childhood dreams. I didn't really see it for myself. I always focused more on the music, but acting just opened itself up to me. Hi, I don't know if we lost you there. My phone's got 20% left, and we're gonna cut this right at 40. So you got 7 minutes of heaven left with Legie and Caroline and Elisa. Okay, what else are we gonna ask each other?
So, let me see what's in here. I was going to ask you, what's your favorite genre, seeing as you do love music so much?
Right.
Like, what's your style?
I am into indie rock, so alt indie rock almost exclusively. I like 90s alt rock. I like new wave, alt stuff, and I like current alt stuff a lot.
Sick.
So, pretty much alt Yeah, into the alt.
In the last month, though, like what's what's the top couple of bands you've listened to?
Top couple of bands. So I said I listened to like all alt, but I've been listening to The Weeknd and Schoolboy Q, Kendrick Lamar, like Kid Cudi is like my go-to. Embrace Your Martian, yeah. So
straight up.
Yeah.
What were you gonna ask though?
What was I gonna ask?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was gonna ask you the same thing. That's a good question. Mm-hmm. What's your genre?
So it's also
alt
rock
Very cool.
and indie rock. All time favorites, dude, were Tool. And 9 Inch Nails at the time.
For sure. I was into that.
super into that, like just psychedelic rock mixture of.
How old are you, by the way?
I'm 36, guys. So,
okay, that's cool.
And
I'm
you?
30.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're peers.
Yeah.
What if I was like, I'm like 18? Like, would that be weird?
Excuse me, I was never here.
I'm a child bride. Like, I forgot to tell you.
Pray caller.
JK, bad joke. Sorry, y'all. That was a bad joke.
Shady. Okay,
I'm 30 years old.
It's good.
It's nice. I'm like old enough to where it like flatters me when someone's like, "May I see your ID, ma'am?" I'm like, yes, you can.
Right.
Here you are, sir.
You got the good genes. You got the good, like, Nordic European genes.
Well, thank you. I am Swedish, and I'm also an 8th Creek Indian. I don't talk about that a lot, though, because I definitely grew up white, you know. I grew up white, like...
Is you like a supermodel or something? Like, this is so crazy.
So funny. Your ethnicity is very interesting. Would you like to share that in our...
Yeah.
We've got 4 minutes to go.
I guess I could tell you guys.
I don't know why I decided I'm the timekeeper. Sorry.
My family is half native and half Egyptian. There's some mixture on my mom's side of French and German. But the majority of it is native. My grandmother Octavia ended up marrying a Hyde, and they ended up going on to have 14 kids. It was crazy. They were rabbits.
14.
Rabbits.
Dang.
Yeah, dude.
I just rescued a dog from Austin Pets Alive. By the way, if you
such a sweetheart.
Best organization in the world, but my dog's name is Lady Bird, actually. She has had 11 puppies. That's what made me think of her. So she had 11 puppies at once. Can you imagine that?
Wow,
oh my gosh. But I do want to mention Austin Pets Alive. Like, I'm the kind of person I like to go to dog shelters just to see the dogs. Like, I love dogs so much. And like, the Pets Alive shelters here are impeccable. The kennels are clean, the animals are happy and fed, and the staff is cool, and like they've just really done a good job with that organization. So if you're looking for someone to donate to, Austin Pets Alive, like I give them my seal of approval. They really care about animals. How about you? What's an organization you really support?
So I am huge on activism, as you know, but I like crafting.
Okay.
So when it comes to like, I've been in so many organizations where we're from churches to that are doing outreach where they've got like homeless feeding programs or they give out diapers or things to mothers that are in need. And I've seen outreach come from private organizations, nonprofits, NGOs. Like, I'm into crafting it myself. And one of the reasons is...
I love that. You're an organizer.
Yes. And part of this is this kind of train of thought is like, if you go to a church and you tithe, most of the people that tithe, most of the time, and I don't want to like put any words in anybody's mouth. Here we go. This is just general.
He said the T word.
When you tithe, though, do you know where that money is going? And do you have any kind of control whatsoever? And this is a larger conversation for me about even taxes.
Trust God. That was a bad joke. Yeah.
That's why they say stuff like the devil's in the details. and then nobody knows about those details.
But the devil
and
can
it's
be
like,
fun too, you know? Like,
right. And then it's like, it's funny because it's like, what is science without details? And so
there you go, right?
Therefore, why do so many people of faith not like science? It's so crazy. Anyway,
so
I don't want to get too controversial.
We're wrapping it up on that note, but catch us next time. We had a great pilot. Like, I think we're gonna just publish this. Like, how do you feel about it, Lejean?
I feel good about this.
I feel good.
Like, I wanted to get this point across because we do have to have a hard wrap.
Here we go.
Guys, we want to put together this platform of these questions, not only for ourselves, but we want to get into some of the topics that I brought up at the beginning.
Absolutely. Watch the video again, please.
Please do. We're crafting
all 40 minutes.
not only the messaging behind this is just an experiment for us and a test, but this isn't just a test. Our vision is to take this, much like, and shout out to John Oliver. He's taking the conversations that he's having and he's passionate about and that he sees in the zeitgeist.
Yeah, we'd love to be on your show too, John Oliver.
Would love that. He's taking that though and he's crafting this into outreach and actually affecting the community around him.
Yes. Did you hear about how he paid off all that college debt? He bought a bunch of college debt for pennies on the dollar and then excused it. I can't think of the technical word, but he released all of these people from their student loans.
Yeah.
And I mean, wow,
helping
we
someone else
applaud
out.
you. Yeah, actually doing something,
man.
right?
Yes.
Right. So we love y'all, and
yes.
as always, embrace your Martian.
Yes.
We'll see you next time.
Nano.
Bye-bye.